they're doing that.
So here's the second option that we have for our fence, or for our jail, I mean. This is the one that was by the dumpster. So first of all, we need to find the missing sides. Think for a second about how you might find the length of this side over here that's missing and this side up here that's missing. That's right, you would use fact families. Now, pause the video and see if you can figure out what the length is of both of these sides. All right, hopefully you've already tried this on your own, but let's go ahead and check your work. So for this right here, this is a vertical line. It's going up and down. So I'm going to use the other vertical lines as my clues for how I can find this. We have 2, we have x, and we have 5 feet. I know that 2 plus x equals 5 feet. You can use a fact family to figure out what x is. 5 minus 2 equals 3. So that means that x equals 3 feet. Now, we still need to find what the length is of this side right here. If you struggled the last time, this time hopefully you can use the steps that we just took to help you find out what the length is of this side. It's going horizontally. Pause the video to see if you can figure out what the length is of this side. Okay, we have 3 horizontal lines to help us figure out what the length is of this missing side. The longest side is 11. This side is y, it's a mystery right now, and this side is 6. Y plus 6 equals the length of the longest side, which is 11 feet. I can use a fact family to determine what y is. 11 minus 6 equals 5. So it means that y equals 5 feet. Now, to determine how much fencing we need, we are going to need to find the perimeter of this entire shape. Now that we have the missing sides, we can very easily use the formula for perimeter, which is to add all of the sides together to find out what the perimeter is. Pause the video to see if you can find out what the perimeter is on your own. Now you can check your work with mine to see how you did. I'm going to write down the length of each of these different sides. First, I have 11 feet, then I have 5 feet, then I have 6 feet, and then 3 feet, then 5 feet, and then 2 feet. I'm going to double check to make sure that I added all of the sides only one time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Let's take this one step at a time. I know that 2 plus 5 is 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 11 plus 5 is 16. Made my addition problem a little bit more simple by having less numbers. Now I can add each of these separately. 9 plus 7 equals 16. And the 16 right here doesn't have to be a part of another group. 6 plus 6 is 12 ones. I have 2 ones and I have 1 10. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 makes 3. So that means that my perimeter is 32 feet. The next thing that we need to do is determine how much space is within our jail cell. So the first thing that we have to do is break down our shape into Legos. So I'm going to draw one line going across. We have 2 different rectangles. Area equals length times width. See if you can find out what the area is of this first rectangle. Then you can check your work after you unpause the video to see how I did it. Okay, so for this first rectangle, I'm going to go ahead and take it and put it right down here to help me focus on one thing at a time. I need to know what the length is, and I need to know what the width is. The length is this long side up at the top. This is 11 feet. The short side is 2 feet. So to find the area, if area equals length times width, that means that I need to multiply 11 times 2, which equals 22 feet squared. Okay, so this rectangle, I'm going to redraw it out here, out of the way, so I can focus on one thing at a time. Again, I need to know the length and the width. Up here, this 5 feet is for this whole long side. I only need to know from here to here. So I'm actually going to come over here to find out what this short part is of this entire long line. It looks like it's 3 feet. And the length is 6 feet. So that means I need to multiply 3 times 6, which equals 18 feet squared. Am I done? No. I'm done with the hard part. The last step is to put these Lego pieces together. So from this top one, this was 22 feet squared. The smaller one was 18 feet squared. Let's see together how much this makes. I have 18 plus 22. 8 plus 2 is 10 ones. Regroup the 110. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So I have 40 feet squared as the area of the entire shape. That means I can fit 40 kids into my jail cell for not completing homework.
I like that one. That's more.
Yeah, definitely more space. We can get Miss Thompson and Miss D and Miss Eisenberg involved in this as well.
So now we figured out 2 of the possible ways that we could put you guys into a container for homework. I know it sounds kind of bad, but you guys really need to do your homework. It gets you to college and beyond. All right, so this is our third different way. Let's see if this will hold as much kids as possible. So, like Miss Mattel said in the last one, how we've been telling you, we need to find the missing sides first. That's our first thing that we need to do. So I'm going to look at all the vertical ones first. I like to look at the vertical. So I have a vertical line here, vertical line here, and a vertical line here. As you can see, I am missing this vertical side right here. So that's going to be our mystery X. Okay? Now, we can use fact families to figure out what the mystery X is. 3 plus X equals 8. 3 plus X should equal the same side on the vertical side. We can use our fact family to know that 8 minus 5 equals 3. Therefore, X equals 3. Made a mistake. 8 minus 3 equals 5. I do that all the time in class. So, yeah. X equals 5 feet. Okay? So that's for the actual verticals. Now for horizontal. We have a horizontal line here, here, and here. And now you can see that this side right here is missing. So this is our mystery Y. Okay? So now we have Y plus 4 has to equal 9. But we need to find out what the mystery Y is. So Y plus 4 equals 9. We know we can use our fact family here to figure out what Y is. 9 minus 4 equals 5. Therefore, Y here is 5 feet. Okay? Now, please take the time to pause and actually find out what is the perimeter of this area. What is the perimeter of this shape? Okay, to see how much fencing we need to put around. Okay, hopefully that you went there and you honestly paused the tape. Alan, I hope you paused the tape and not just look for the answer. Okay, so let's figure out the perimeter. We know the perimeter is the space around the figure. Okay, so I'm going to add up all the sides. So we have 9 feet. And we're going to check off so we know that we wrote that there. We have 8 feet. Check. 4 feet. Check. 5 feet. Check. 5 feet. And we have 3 feet. I'm going to make sure that I have the same amount of check marks as I have numbers over here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I know that I made sure that I'm adding correctly. Okay, so let's break these problems down easier. 9 plus 8 is 17. 5 plus 4 is 9. And 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay? Please make sure you take the rest of the time to solve the rest of the problem.